Hi, and welcome to Tech Edge. We're talking about integrating technology into the arts. I'm Guy Trainin, a professor at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln.
And I'm Cody Tallarico, and I serve Nebraska as the Fine Arts Education Specialist at the Nebraska Department of Education.
And today we're talking about the Smithsonian Learning Lab. So tell me a little bit about the Learning Lab, and then we'll go for it.
Sure. And the Smithsonian Institution's Learning Lab is the digitized collection of any artifacts that the Smithsonian has. It spans all 21 units of the Smithsonian and can be all sorts of different things from paintings or works of art. It can also be lesson plans. They also have videos. And so anything over all 21 units that's digitized, you can search for it. So you can create you can create an account, and then within the account, you can search for things and create collections and then share those collections with your kids. Or with other teachers, and then you can have it all pulled into one place. And because it's a government website, it is COPPA, FERPA, and SIPA compliant. So as far as student privacy goes, that is all taken care of.
So I created an account, and it was very simple. I connected it to my Google account. Most teachers have Google accounts in most districts, but you can also just connect through your regular email, so you don't have to do it that way. There's also a connection through Facebook, but it's not my favorite, and I don't need Facebook knowing about this. Yep. So that's part of the deal. I started a search, so I searched for cowboys, and I'm seeing Charles Russell, Art of the American West. And this was a collection that was created by somebody, and so we can see it now coming up. And it's taking a little bit of time, but that's okay. Be patient.
Yep, it does take a little bit of time. And so there should be information on the collection, like who created it.
Yes.
And I know some of the as I've worked with folks that work at the Smithsonian American Art Museum, they create collections and share them. And so this might actually be one of theirs, or it could be a collection that just somebody created and made public.
Yeah.
And
if I want to see who created it, I see it's Arthur Glazer, but I don't think I can see who they are. Anyway, this is social studies, and it has, I can immediately see there's a stamp, there's some photos, there's some sculpture, there's some activities, something that looks like activities. And I need to be in Discover, and I will look American West.
And so what it's doing now is anything that's tagged with American West in the entire Smithsonian collection. So 8,000 artifacts there. Yeah. So, and you can just kind of scroll through, and anything that you're seeing that you want to learn more about, you should just be able to click on the tile, and it should be able to take you in and show you more if there's a certain artwork or activity. So this is a video.
Yeah, and this is East-West interchanges in American art. So that's not exactly where we were working. It picked up on the word West. So you definitely have to kind of see what's happening. But I love this because this reminds me a little bit of the happenstance of bookstores and libraries, where you're going to find a specific book, and then you see something next to it, which is not necessarily connected, but now you're intrigued. And you can spend some time learning something new that you didn't exactly intend to, but can be fun and useful. Obviously, if you want to be really efficient, you don't necessarily do that, and that's okay as well. And you can actually save this to watch later. So it goes into your account, and then I found this. I know I don't have time right now, but on the other hand.
And let me show you how, because I think you might have saved it maybe in a YouTube playlist. On the right-hand side, the heart will then save it too, so that way then you can come back to it, kind of like a favorite in Facebook or whatever.
And what does the flag do?
The flag is if you feel like anything's appropriate or you need to draw attention for the Smithsonian folks. The eye has what museum calls the tombstone information. So it gives you a synopsis of it. It gives you what unit of the Smithsonian or museum of the Smithsonian it's in, the DOI, and it also includes the copyright information, if it's creative license or if you can use it outside of the Learning Lab.
Excellent. So that's where all the information is. And that is delightful. And that is very thorough as a way to look at it. And then you can add notes to it, I see. So I can just write whatever I want about it. to myself, right?
Yes, and the notes you can also, I believe, share with, if you create your own collection,
Yeah,
and then
with your
you want
students.
to share it with your students, so that way they're not going into thousands and thousands of artifacts, the collection trying to figure out. So you can pull a collection together,
Mhm.
and then it creates a unique URL for that. It also creates a bibliography entry
Oh,
for you,
wow.
and then you can share that directly with
Yeah.
folks too.
So let's just jump somewhere. I'm looking for something more visual. There are a lot of videos. I mean, I think, and we talked just before we started shooting today, and this is the Smithsonian. So it is very rich, and much like learning how to search anything online, you have to learn the language and find the ways where you can get what you're looking for, because there's going to be so much. I mean, with 8,000 results, I'm definitely not looking at 8,000 results today. So finding a way to narrow it might be helpful. So this is, for example, a poster about the airway system, flight to Mexico. So this is Pan American. This is beautiful, though.
Yep.
All right. So what else can I do on this? So I can create a collection.
Yep. And so if you like this one and you want to add it to your collection, there should be a plus sign on the side there. And then as you're creating your collection, you can title it however you want to title it.
Yeah.
And then you can put a description down below. And this is important too, because earlier we saw that there are collections that people have shared. So then you could look a little bit at what the description is, see if that's something you want to look more at that collection for or not.
I love that poster. All right. So now I'm adding into the collection, and I can go.
And to go back to your dashboard, in the top right-hand corner is the Smithsonian Sun. So if you click that, and then if you click collections, it'll show you.
Collections.
Yep.
I went too fast and I went to dashboard. Okay. Collections.
And then it will show you right now that your collection is unpublished.
Yeah.
And so, but you can see the artifact in there, and you can artifact in there, and you can add more things to that collection.
So now it shows me, okay, I see my collection now, and I can I share it so I can publish it and then anybody can see it?
Right. So
can I share it to specific users without publishing it?
No, you have to publish it, and then you have to share a link.
Yes. So I just click on the share button, and I can go to Facebook, to X. It still has the Twitter symbol. Yeah. So social media, email, and through links. So if you click on the email, it goes to your email. Obviously, I'm not logged in, so that's not going to take us anywhere good. And we can go back to the Smithsonian.
So how I typically do it is I copy the link, and then I embed the link
into PowerPoint or whatever.
PowerPoint or a landing page or whatever, however I'm sharing it.
All right.
Yeah.
So what's your favorite collection?
My favorite collection, the one I've been using a lot, is I have a collection that is on batik. And I have a presentation that I've been doing based on a batik-inspired painting that was done by an Omaha artist, Patty Talbert.
Yeah.
And then if folks aren't familiar with batik, sharing this collection with them during my presentation. The first part of the collection is one of the textiles that the Smithsonian has a commercial cloth. And if you click on the information here, it will show you more information about it. So the eye gives you what the museum folks call the tombstone information. It shows you a description of it, who the artisan was, where it is at within the Smithsonian, and whether it's available to download and use outside of the Learning Lab. The second part of the collection, and then this is the second piece. This one, actually, if you search in Canva, is available, so it must be open for creative license. And then the third artifact is actually a video. And one of the things that's unique about the video is that they have two artisans in it, has native music or music of the culture.
做这个蜡染呢，首先第一步就是要学好布，因为这个布的好坏跟这个染色的这个有一定很大的关系。那在我
All right. So, today we talked about the Smithsonian Learning Lab and the richness that we as teachers can encounter and then select from. So our students have a curated selection that we feel is exactly where we want to take them, right?
Mhm.
We feel that it is quote unquote safe. So we've gone through it and we know what they're getting to and what they're seeing, that it's relevant, that it's not going to cause any problems. And now with state laws and other things and parents being concerned, this is one of those areas where you can be thoughtful in advance and prevent anything from becoming an issue unless you want to make it an issue, which is true. So how do you think teachers should use this?
I think it is a great opportunity just to pull in lots of different cultural aspects and be able to show different cultural artifacts to kids and have that authentic experience, and also just the research that's done on it. I also think it can explore, the idea of museum occupations. There's videos with conservatorship and things like that in there. So it's such a huge variety. I will warn you, it's a rabbit hole. Like you can get in there and just search and search. And like you said at the bookstore, and this, and I want to come look at that. So there's so many things there. And, with Smithsonian being the world's largest museum complex, there's just so many things to discover.
All right, so thank you, and we'll see you next time on Tech Edge.